All right, kids, we're here in the van, just got out of the gym. Why don't you pull up a chair? We're going to be doing a little post-op report, if you will, on the last few months of my life. And yes, shit got pretty weird. The kind of weird that follows you into your dreams. And no, I didn't talk about any of this shit while it was happening because I sort of had to sit with it, let the dust settle, kind of let my brain put the pieces where they all belonged. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I realized I've been living in a slow motion demolition of a building. Like for a long time, I kept kind of grinding through it all. I kept running the programs, kept showing up for the guys, kept trying to make sense of all these fucking gaps that did not have explanations. Payroll missing, then reappearing like a fucking raccoon in the garbage who wandered off with your rent money. Random mystery expenses that looked like somebody was, funding a militia made of vape pens and Erewhon smoothies. Cabinets falling off of mansion walls. The whole fucking back end looking like it was coated on a fucking Etch-a-Sketch. And I stayed. Decades of history will do that to you. You think that you can stabilize it with presence. Like you can just lean into it harder and all this chaos will just go away. But there's a point where the noise stops being fucking noise and starts being the whole goddamn thing. And one morning I woke up and I just saw right through it. It's pure clarity. The kind of clarity that does not need like some dramatic exit speech. I just felt the old structure sort of dissolving in my very hands. And the moment that shit dissolved, I realized it was already long gone. So I went quiet. I went real fucking quiet. I didn't argue. I didn't have like a Jeffy rage attack. I just stepped back and chilled with a stupid fucking smile on my face. And while all this madness was going on, the late payments, the side missions, the secret sales, the fucking gaslight earthquakes in every fucking group chat. While all that was happening, I started building something on the side. In the darkness, with razor fucking sharp intention. And, somewhere in that silence, if you will, I noticed something forming, like a new shape of something. And it didn't feel like a program. It didn't feel like a fucking course. It felt very exciting. It felt alive, like a dojo growing underground, waiting for the right moment to open the doors. And the funny thing about when your whole fucking life collapses, it clears space for you. You look around after it, and then suddenly there's room for something real, something alive that fucking breathes. And I couldn't have built this thing in the old ecosystem. The energy there was just too fucking dead. Anything sacred that I wanted to build would have got swallowed by the bullshit. But when everything finally fell apart, something weird really happened. I started sketching this shit out, and the whole thing just kind of snapped into focus, like very fast, like effortless, in a way where it didn't even make sense to me at first. I felt like it felt less like I was writing or creating something and more like I was uncovering something that was just sitting there the whole fucking time. It just kind of resolved into existence. Like the system had already written itself through the last year of Charisma in the Void. This stuff that I've been doing, this new philosophy that I've been developing and working out in my YouTube videos, if you've been watching those. Every video, every riff, every doctrine piece, if you will, it all fused together once I got away from the noise. And then that's when it just hit me. This is not a program. This is not fucking content. This is not another cute little mindset package. It was a full spectrum operating system for charisma in our collapsing culture. This is something I literally have never seen anywhere before, ever. This doesn't exist anywhere because nobody even had the ingredients for this to put this together, right? There's the somatic depth that you only learn from years in the trenches, seeing how the nervous system reacts under pressure. Then there's like the mission structure that grew out of thousands and thousands of nights of boot camp. There's this like mythic philosophy of Charisma in the Void, the worldview that gives the whole thing teeth. And then finally, there's like the data loops and the progression maps that make it something that you can actually train, not just ponder over and think about. So when it all kind of clicked together, I looked at this end product. I'm like, what the fuck did I just make? Like, holy shit. Like shocked. like really shocked. Like, all right, bet. Because I realized nobody's ever put these worlds in the same room. You know, usually you get like a mindset course or like a drills course or like a philosophy essay or some sort of like techie habit tracker thing. But this is a living dojo, okay? A place where the philosophy shapes the training and the training reinforces the philosophy. It breathes, it fucking grows, it trains back. You know, look, I've been teaching human behavior for 23 years now, and I've never seen anything like this. And like I said, I couldn't have made it before. It needed the collapse, right? I needed the freedom. And once that old world, like that old world I've been living, just like once that dissolved, the blueprint for this just fucking surfaced. And that blueprint turned into the Void Underground. It's got real missions, real nervous system work. A place where presence becomes a skill instead of a bunch of fucking theories, like yapping. So that's it. That's the story you didn't ask for, but the truth always leaks out eventually, doesn't it? The Void Underground, it officially opens on Black Friday, but the early door is open now. Founders step in at half price. The entrance is in the description. More to come. Stay tuned.